Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to this career-long professional learning event. My name is Jane. I'm Director of SEET, or the Scottish European Educational Trust, and I'll be telling you a bit more about our Euroquiz project for Primary 6. Thank you all for joining us today. It's been great to have so many of you sign up to attend the session. For the benefit of those who are unable to attend live, we will be recording the session today, so please make sure that your microphones are turned off unless you're one of our speakers. There will be an opportunity at the end to have a chat and open up the discussion at the end of this presentation. I will be joined today by SEET trustee and 1+2 language consultant Anne Robertson, who will share her perspective on the project. We're also very grateful to hear from Midlothian local coordinator Elaine Dury to provide a local authority point of view. We'll cover the following points today to give you a better understanding of who we are, what's involved in Euroquiz, the benefits of taking part, and how you can get involved in the project. We'll also hear some testimonials from pupils and teachers. If you have any questions as we run through the session today, please feel free to include these in the chat box and we'll answer at the end. Firstly, I'd like to play you a short video to explain a bit more about SEET and what it is that we do. The Scottish European Educational Trust, or SEET, is a non-political charity committed to promoting international education, skills development and language learning amongst young people in Scotland. We're a small team, but SEET is proud to work with around 3,000 primary and secondary school pupils across Scotland each year to build the skills, knowledge and confidence to look outward and to engage with other cultures. Euroquiz is an annual project open to all Primary 6 pupils across Scotland, which sees teams of 4 working together to broaden their knowledge of Europe and the wider world. Subjects covered include languages, history, geography, culture and European affairs. Heats take place in local authorities, with the winning teams from all areas progressing to the national Euroquiz final, held in the debating chamber of the Scottish Parliament. Our World is a creative filmmaking project for S3 to S6 pupils. Teams of 4 are asked to create ideas for a film based on set themes relating to global citizenship and including at least one language other than English. Pupils send their ideas to us in storyboard form, and selected teams attend an all-day filmmaking workshop where they bring their ideas to life with the help of a professional filmmaker. Participants are then invited to attend a premiere and awards ceremony to showcase their work and celebrate their achievements. SEET projects are open to all pupils across Scotland, it's free to take part, and we've developed ways to offer our projects in an online format. Please get in touch if you'd like to learn more. We'd love to hear from you. Apologies for the sound at the beginning of that video. So as the film showed, we are an educational charity which runs projects focusing specifically on language learning and global citizenship. Euroquiz is our longest running project here at SEET, which has grown to be a Scotland-wide event, becoming an established and popular part of the primary school calendar. The Euroquiz project encourages the topic of Europe to be explored thoroughly in primary 6 classrooms across the country. Pupils form teams and use free resources to learn about a range of subjects, including languages, citizenship, geography, world history, and culture. Through participating in Euroquiz, pupils deepen their knowledge of languages and international affairs whilst developing their core skills. During Euroquiz events, the questions are split into different rounds, and these are based on the resources available on the website, as well as a few general knowledge questions. The questions go through many stages of review by SEET and external organisations, such as CLPL and Education Scotland, to ensure that they are meeting the needs of our learners. SEET administers heats in each local authority area from February to April, working with local authorities to develop a model that is appropriate to the specific needs of each area. There will be options for both online and in-person delivery of Euroquiz in 2023. This will allow each local authority and set of schools to choose the type of event which they prefer. Each school can choose how they wish to prepare for Euroquiz events. Some schools explore topics as a whole class before identifying a team of 4 to represent the school at local authority level. We do also encourage Euroquiz clubs to take place in schools to allow past participants to work alongside younger learners. This enables learners to participate in or lead on Euroquiz project through curricular or extracurricular activities. Having a whole school approach is also important in recognising the achievement of all the pupils taking part. During a Euroquiz heat, pupils sit together in their team of 4 and answer questions in 4 rounds. These are geography and history, languages, culture and European affairs, and also general knowledge. All the scores from rounds 1 to 4 are gathered to identify a winning team and a runner-up. The winning team is then invited to attend the Euroquiz final in Edinburgh. So the national final is held each year at the Scottish Parliament. We're proud to be one of the few educational charities permitted hosting events for school-age children in the debating chamber. For many of the young people we work with, the experience of visiting the Scottish Parliament in Edinburgh and participating in the final while sitting in their MSP seats is a unique experience that widens their horizons, while also recognising and celebrating their own achievements. After a 2-year hiatus from Euroquiz taking place in person, our June 2022 Euroquiz final at the Scottish Parliament was particularly special. Pupils were cheered on by parents and peers in the public gallery, and even remotely, with many schools tuning in to watch the live broadcast of the event. Recordings of these are available online if you'd like to see what it's all about. So why do schools take part in Euroquiz? We hope that some of the information on our next few slides will highlight why it's such a valuable experience for our young people. We regularly work with hundreds of schools across all 32 local authorities in Scotland, so we're certain that schools and teachers do really see the value in taking part. Not only does the project help to build people's knowledge across a broad range of subject areas, as highlighted in the previous slide, but it also provides a platform for pupils to respect all cultures, languages, and ideas equally. Increasing participants' core skills is also a key part of Euroquiz participation, such as developing pupils' ability to work in teams, to communicate effectively, and ultimately increase their confidence. So to prove what we're saying, here's just a few stats from last year's project. We worked directly with over 2,000 pupils across 29 local authorities, and we were pleased to work with over 400 primary schools, despite the ongoing uncertainties and challenges as we go through COVID recovery. 100% of finalist schools said that Euroquiz was useful for boosting pupils' motivation for language learning, and 100% of local authorities reported that it helped schools to explore topics relating to global citizenship and learning for sustainability. We're really pleased that participants are having positive experiences, and we take care each year to collect feedback, to adapt to any challenges and make improvements. With this in mind, if you have any pupils with additional support needs, please contact me directly so we can ensure that these pupils are supported and that the project remains accessible for all. Okay, so we have pulled out a few examples from the GTCS standards for registration, which discuss global citizenship, education, and the importance of interdisciplinary learning for effective teaching practice. We need to show our commitment as professionals to improving young people's care for others and the world around them. The emphasis on collaborative learning, combined with global citizenship themes which underpin the project, promotes more engaged pupils with a high level of care for themselves, others, and the world around them. In terms of professional knowledge and understanding, it's our responsibility to ensure that interdisciplinary learning is facilitated. Euroquiz offers and encourages an interdisciplinary approach with the opportunity to explore cross-curricular subjects, such as learning for sustainability. And for professional skills and abilities, we also have a responsibility to try engaging young people in debate and decision-making about topical issues, and to vary our teaching practice to challenge assumptions and expand worldviews. The topical research involved in Euroquiz allows young people to become active citizens and to participate in the debate. Combined with the language learning elements, the project goes a long way to help broaden the minds of pupils, supporting them and providing the tools they need as active global citizens. Shortly, we'll hear from some of our past participants about their experiences, but first I'd like to share a couple of comments from teachers who lead on Euroquiz in their schools. So this is a comment we received from a P6 class teacher in South Ayrshire School, who said that Euroquiz creates a purpose for their learning. It's enabled pupils to develop lifelong skills in communication, research, self-motivated learning, evaluation, teamwork, and resilience. It has also enabled pupils to develop their breadth and depth of knowledge in different aspects of Europe, including history, geography, politics, and languages. It's seen a huge growth in confidence of pupils as they have developed a knowledge base that will last a lifetime. And this second quote is from one of our participating schools in the Western Isles. He said that Euroquiz is a very meaningful experience for their pupils. They prepare each year by studying Europe as their IDL theme, and pupils are really enthusiastic. They also attend an after-school Euroquiz club. The pupils are very motivated to do well, and their interest in European geography, culture, and history is much improved. This has also had a very positive effect on the pupils' interest in languages. And finally, here are some comments from our Euroquiz finalist teachers this year, who said that taking part in Euroquiz, the children involved grew in confidence. They feel a huge sense of achievement and are proud to represent their school. And that Euroquiz Club is now something that pupils in younger classes look forward to. It's an excellent prompt for taking our learning in many areas of the curriculum further than we otherwise would. I've been so impressed with how Euroquiz motivates pupils to learn independently. So I hope we've been able to highlight some of the benefits in taking part. It's really important to us that the pupils have an opportunity to showcase their learning, and crucially that they have fun doing it. So here's a video featuring some of our past participants and what they have to say about Euroquiz.
It's a really great, fun event. There's a lot of learning takes place, and the kids really enjoy it.
The quiz and the preparation for the quiz gives a really good, strong educational context.
We've just won the Euroquiz heats and we're going through to the final in Edinburgh in May. Well, we've been studying at school, at home.
Everywhere.
Yeah.
I know a few capital cities, and now I know all the capital cities and everything, so yeah, you really learn a lot.
My favourite thing has been working together. So between all of us, I think we worked really well as a team and we learned a lot all together.
Our favourite thing is doing all the quizzes from the previous years.
I think it's really beneficial to them working together and learning to research and discuss things. So it's been a really nice way for them to take ownership of their own learning.
Well, my favourite thing is just like getting to work with people from different classes.
It's made me more aware of other countries. Well, I learned more facts about them. Like, I didn't know all the capitals, didn't know their culture and their history as much as I do now.
I get to do it with some of my friends, so they know what I'm good at and they know how to help me properly, so that's been a good thing about it.
It's had a huge impact because the children, their self-confidence for one, they've really enjoyed being part of this, and their enthusiasm for learning. Every one of them has been so engaged with the competition, and I said the amount of work that they've done on their own has been incredible. It fits in with Curriculum for Excellence so well because it's got so many cross-curricular links. They've learned so much about the geography of Europe, politics, social side, the people of Europe, but as well other skills they've developed, working within a team, learning to work to each other's strengths. The skills that they've learned from this is endless.
It's tied in really well with us, especially with the fact of the Curriculum for Excellence and trying to give the children a better grounding and knowledge of who are next door to us.
Hundreds and hundreds of pupils and teachers going through heats all across Scotland to end up here today. And it's an amazing exercise done on a tiny team, on a tiny budget, but it's an amazing enterprise, and just to see how enthusiastic the kids are when they get into the Parliament here, when they're answering the questions is wonderful.
We're from the Shetland Islands.
We are excited to be at the Parliament.
For me, probably the excitement of knowing that you're going to be here and you're going to get to complete kids different schools all over Scotland.
Getting to go to the Parliament is just a thing of watching it on telly. You're seeing the people standing there and then you're actually going to it and competing. It's quite cool.
But it's just the enthusiasm, seeing everybody get together, seeing the sportsman-like competition, children shaking hands with each other, cheering on other teams. Everybody is keen to support the other team.
The young people are so enthusiastic, they're so talented, and frankly they put us all to shame with their knowledge of Europe. The Euroquiz is a really important event because not only is it fun, it's competitive, it allows young people to come through and take over the seats of the Scottish Parliament, which is always fantastic for me to see as the quizmaster. But beyond that, it's really educational and it helps them to understand Scotland's place in the wider European community.
I've enjoyed all of it.
Yeah, it's just been really great experience and we've learnt a lot to do with Europe.
Yeah. Well, I like reading a lot more. Yeah, working together and not shouting out your first thing and it could be wrong.
Working on whispering.
Yeah, especially, yeah.
How do you feel?
Awesome.
Brilliant.
Epic.
You know what I
mean? Won something.
I liked when we were told the winner is St John's Primary. That was my favourite bit because I went like this.
It's always so much fun to see the excitement of pupils at Euroquiz heats and at the final, so we're really looking forward to welcoming schools to the project events, both online and in person in 2023. Here we have a project timeline. All primary schools in Scotland will have the opportunity to participate in Euroquiz. Schools will receive registration details from their local authority coordinator and should sign up before the Christmas holidays, although do check if your local authority has any other deadlines. Every school in the authority should receive this information directly, but if you think that you may have missed an email or you'd like to contact your local coordinator directly, please do get in touch with SEET. My email will be on the next slide. It'll then be time to have fun in the classroom or during lunchtime or after school clubs, learning all about languages, history, geography, culture and European affairs. We have lots of free resources you can access on the SEET website. Past papers and sample questions are also available under the resources tab of the website to help prepare your team. We do also have video versions of both the heats and the final from running the project digitally over recent years. These are also available on our website and can be accessed anytime. The heats will then take place in local authorities from February to April, either in person or digitally, with the winning teams from all areas progressing to the national final held in the debating chamber of the Scottish Parliament, and that will be in June. How can you get involved? Firstly, submit your school registration form and return that to your local coordinator. As I mentioned previously, all schools should receive this information directly from the local authority. But if you've not received a form or you don't know who your coordinator is, please just get in touch with me and I will be able to put you in contact with them. My email's on the slide here. You can contact me anytime if you have any questions. Each school may enter one team of 4 contestants. Substitutes may also attend the events but won't be allowed to take part unless one of the team members has to withdraw. Next, it will be time to bring the project to life in Euroquiz clubs and in the classroom by exploring topics with your pupils. As mentioned previously, we have lots of free recommended resources available to access and download from our website. You can find out more via our website, which is seet.org.uk, which has a Euroquiz tab at the top with various options in the drop-down menu with further information and resources. We really hope that you and your schools will get involved in the project. Please do get in touch if you have any questions about taking part. You can email me at jane@seet.org.uk or call 0131 557 9886. We're also on Twitter where we post regular updates about both our projects and the handle is seet_Scotland. We really look forward to hearing from you. Now I'd like to hand over to Elaine Dury from Midlothian, who will tell you a bit more about her experiences both taking part and coordinating Euroquiz for Midlothian. We'll then hear briefly from Anne before we open up the discussion for any questions at the end.
Okay, hopefully you can hear me, yeah?
Yes, thanks, Elaine.
Oh, good. Hi, everybody. Yeah, I've been doing the Euroquiz for a few years as the primary 6 teacher, and then took over coordinating it for Midlothian. It is a great project for the primary 6 pupils to take part in. They're all so excited about this coming up. We do a European project this term, and the project is all about all different aspects of Europe. So each child is given a personal project to choose a European country. And sorry, my phone's ringing, I have to just hang up. I'm so sorry about that. Each child will choose a European country, and there'll be a set criteria of what's required in the project. Lots of different things about the culture, traditions, food, language, various monuments, buildings, all that sort of thing. And it actually saves you going through 30 European countries to share that information with the children, or have them research 30 countries. Each child does a different one, does a presentation to the class, so there's lots of information shared that way by the children. It works really well in our school. It just gives them a purpose. It gives the actual project a purpose, because they all know what it's for. We do run a Euroquiz club, so anybody who's interested in taking part in the Euroquiz can come along to the club. We sometimes do it at lunchtime, we sometimes do it at the end of the day. Lunchtime works better because some kids obviously have to go to after school club, so they're missing out. And that's, the children actually run that themselves. The adults just there to facilitate it. They decide, they divvy up the different things. You know, you learn about flags, you learn about this, you learn about the culture, learn about football stadiums. Those are questions that have come up before. Here's a picture, where is this? The questions are very random, so let the children just find out what they want to find out, what interests them, and then there's more chance of them retaining that information. The way that we introduce the Euroquiz to primary 6 is we will show them a clip of the last year's final at the Scottish Parliament, and they think that's really exciting, seeing everybody, these children sitting in this big room where politicians sit and make decisions about our country. So that really motivates them to take part in that. This year we are doing an in-person Euroquiz heat, so schools will be invited to come along to our school. We usually do it on a Friday morning. The timing sort of goes from 9:15 to about 11:30, so it gives schools a chance to get to us and also get back to school in time. It works really well. We're all so excited about seeing the children again. I was just speaking to Jane and Anne about that, because there's some schools that are too far away to get to our school. So I think ours will be a mixture of Zoom and in person, which will be really good, just doing it all on the same day. That should be really good fun. The one thing that we really have to take into account this year is Natasha's law has come into force, so we really need to make sure that what we provide the children meets that criteria. I'm not sure what we're actually going to do this year, whether we ask the children to bring along their own snack, but in previous years we've provided juice and biscuits for all the children. So it's something I'll take advice on and find out what needs to be done. Another thing you need to take into consideration if you're organising the quiz is to make sure you've got the photographic permission for the children, because if they win, they will get photographs taken and it will be published on the SEET website. So we need to know in advance whether children are allowed to get photographs taken or not. Some primary schools, yeah, they bring their subs along and sit in the audience, and we give the subs the answer sheets so they can answer the questions at the same time, so they're not sitting doing nothing, they're still participating and testing their knowledge of the quiz as they go along. But last year at my primary 5s last year, because I was organising the Euroquiz, we're very curious. So we showed them the Parliament video. They were so excited about it. I showed them some of the questions after the quiz and they answered them. And to be quite honest, they knew quite a lot. So I think you'll be surprised at what your children will know. And they will become very competitive. We give the children the opportunity to decide on the team. So they're the ones that say, well, no, we want X, Y, and Z because you're really good at this, you're really good at that. It's not all about the most popular person getting on the team. It's the person who is going to do the best. So we leave that choice up to the children, and they've never failed us up to now. They've always been so good doing that. One thing that we really enjoy is the research part of it. Finding out all these different things, and it's going to be so much easier this year because all our children have devices. So that is going to be such an easy thing to do. They can share their information through the Google Classroom using Jamboard or whatever they want to use. So it'll be slightly different this year, I think, but really looking forward to it. So hopefully you'll have lots of teams wanting to take part for your authority, and good luck to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Elaine. It's great to get your perspective, both from sort of participating school and local coordinator as well, and lots of tips there. So thank you so much for that. I can see Anne has popped up here as well. I just wanted to invite Anne if you have any sort of further things to add before we open up to questions from everyone.
I don't have a huge amount else to add. I think Eugene and Elaine have really covered everything. Just to say that you can, I think everybody will be able to see themselves the massive impact this has on the children. And I always love seeing those videos from the Scottish Parliament and seeing the children and seeing how they react to the experience. But even if you don't get to that stage, I think just thinking about what Elaine's talked about a wee bit, about the experience of them doing the research, of taking part in selecting the team, of being involved in that way as well. And even if they just go into their local authority heats, that's still a really exciting experience for the children. And the only thing I could think I would add to it is just to think about how you celebrate that and how you would maybe share that learning experience with your wider school community, and with the parents as well, what you could do with that learning experience, how the children could feed back on it to the rest of the class, or to the rest of the school. So just thinking about that as a kind of next step beyond it. But other than that, I don't have a huge amount to add, because I think Jane and Elaine have really covered it really comprehensively. So thank you both for that. I think just if there was any questions then, Jane.
Perfect. Thank you very much, Anne. Yeah, if anyone has questions, feel free to turn on screens or microphones or submit those in the chat box. I can see that we've just got one. Now that P6 have been given iPads, it would be great to have some of the past papers available in a digital format. Yeah, great. Yes, feedback like this or suggestions are great, and that's definitely something that we could look into doing. I think that lots of schools would be in the same position, and that something like Kahoot would be a really valuable tool for the pupils. So thank you very much for that suggestion, and we'll definitely look into doing that. Yes, perfect. Yeah. We could provide yeah, that would be great. Yes, we've had a few last year as well. We had a couple of schools where they didn't have enough P6s in one school to have a whole team. So they had a combination of sort of younger years. I think they had one P7 as well. What we do ask is that the overall age of the team is sort of P6 or younger, just to keep it fair. I know that every school will be in a different situation if you've got smaller classes, but yeah, we do have sort of guidance on that on the website. But also, if you have specific questions about your schools, feel free to get in touch with us or your local coordinator, and we'll just be able to clarify that for you. Yes, we've got past papers available on the website. They are under the resources tab as well, but I will be following up with everyone with a recording of this, so I can also circulate a link to those resources as well, just so you've got them all in one place. Do we have a date for the local heats? So each local authority coordinator, sort of in communication with the schools, will arrange a date for the heats that works with your sort of holiday dates and things. So there aren't any dates set yet, but your local coordinator should be able to liaise with you about that and give you dates in advance. Okay, if anyone has more questions, just feel free to put those in the chat.
Could I just say that Midlothian, we have set a date for our heat.
Great.
So going to send it out to the staff tomorrow, but we're going to do it the Friday before the Easter holidays, so it will be the 24th of March. A piece of advice, I would not do it on the last week, because we had a bit of a drama a couple of years ago because participants who were in the team were going away on holiday that week and took the Friday off. So the class teachers were left with a big dilemma. So go for the week before the end of term, and it's a nice thing to do on a Friday morning. It just fits in so perfectly with the timing. So that's my advice to your coordinators.
Great, thanks Elaine. And great to hear that there's a Midlothian date set already. I know that there's a few Midlothian teachers on the call today, so I'm sure that's been some helpful information. If your IGL isn't Europe, then is a club the best vehicle for learning or revision? A club is definitely useful in that you can be really specific in what you're approaching, but also I think there's so many topics in Euroquiz that would probably cross over with other topic areas or things that you're studying in the classroom. So there is also opportunities, if you want to keep it as a sort of whole class activity, there's probably ways for you to tie Euroquiz into some of your topic areas anyway. So yeah, it's flexible in that sense, but again, if you want any more sort of specific guidance on that, feel free to contact us and we can maybe help you with tying it into your topics or providing you with ideas for Euroquiz clubs. Okay, I'll keep this the call going for a couple more minutes just in case anyone thinks of more questions. But as I mentioned, I will be emailing out the link to everyone and you'll have access to my email address from that. So if you think of anything after today, just please do feel free to get in touch and we'll be able to answer any of those questions. But otherwise, I don't want to keep those of you who are ready to go and finish your day. So thank you all so much for being here. We'll leave this on for a couple more minutes, but yeah, thank you very much for being here and we hope you all sign up to your local Euroquiz.